BFTB, best fight the best. So, read an article on Tyson Fury and him saying that, he was weight drained when he fought Vladimir Klitschko. It wasn't his best fight. He was at 50%. So, to all these guys, all these Wilder haters, that are like, oh well, the Tyson Fury that fought Vladimir Klitschko would have been ready for Deontay Wilder. That one would have beat Deontay Wilder. That version, that was the best version, blah, blah, blah. Well, Tyson Fury doesn't agree with you. Tyson Fury himself does not agree with you. Tyson Fury is saying that he's in better condition now. He's better now. Then he was only at 50% when he beat Vladimir Klitschko. At 50%. Okay? 50%. So a 50% version of Tyson Fury, out of his own words, because he was sick and blah, 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 lost too much weight. He lost, the key word in that is he lost too much weight. That version of Tyson Fury schooled Vladimir Klitschko. That version. So the version of Tyson Fury right now is, in his words, is better than the version that beat Vladimir Klitschko. So when this version gets knocked the fuck out, I don't want to hear shit. Listen, understand something, okay? Understand something. Now, I have not been here shitting on Tyson Fury. I've been giving this man nothing but praise. Nothing but praise. Giving him nothing but. And there's a reason for it. Because I refuse to get in the same party, to be in the same room as the rest of you fucking LTNK fan bitches. As the rest of you guys, the rest of you haters that need something to hate on Deontay Wilder. You need something to discredit, something to down the man. You need something. You know what I'm saying? So what you all been doing lately is discrediting Tyson Fury. Oh, he needs more tune-ups. Oh, he's been out of the ring too long. He's been this. But when I talk about how Vladimir Klitschko didn't have no tune-ups and he was out of the ring for a long time, you guys come up with excuses for that. Oh no, well, he was in training. You have no proof of that at all. You have no proof. But, you'll use it anyway. He was in training. He was in great condition. He was in such great shape. I seen it. I swear to God, he was in such great shape. He would have destroyed everybody at that time. He was so great. You have no proof to back up anything. None. Nothing. You just say stuff, you pull it out of your ass, and you just throw it out there as if it's a fact when it isn't. The fact of the matter is, Vladimir Klitschko was out of fighting for 2 years. He had no tune-ups. He came back and he fought Anthony Joshua with no tune-ups. And that is Anthony Joshua's marquee win, because no other win on his resume means anything. It means absolutely nothing. That is the only win on Joshua's resume that means anything. And that version, the better version of that guy, of Vladimir Klitschko, was beat by a 50% version of Tyson Fury. So a better version, the guy that you guys say, oh, he was such this and such that. Well, a younger version, a younger reigning version of Vladimir Klitschko was schooled by a 50% version of Tyson Fury. So this version of Tyson Fury, that is a better version of Tyson Fury by his own admission. He was weight drained, he was sick, all these things that he was when he schooled Vladimir Klitschko. He is not right now. He's not. He's a better version. So when this better version gets knocked the fuck out, this will be proof in itself of who the best heavyweight fighter on the planet is. Not like I need anymore, but you'll see the excuses. Well, the excuses have already been coming. Oh, he's so fat, and Tyson Fury isn't even that good, and the old version of Tyson. Well, Tyson Fury told you out of his own mouth that he was only at 50%. He was too small. He was weight drained. He was too small when he fought Vladimir Klitschko. He was too small. He was weight drained. He was at 50% of himself. At best, 50%. And still schooled Vladimir Klitschko. Still schooled him. So this version of Tyson Fury, that is better than the version that beat Vladimir Klitschko. When this version of Tyson Fury gets knocked out, when this version that is better than the version that beat Vladimir Klitschko gets knocked out, all the excuses go out the window. I have strategically not shitted on Tyson Fury. Strategically. Because if you go check the resume and look back at my videos from before this fight was announced, I went in on Tyson Fury because he ducked Deontay Wilder. I went in on him because Deontay was calling him out, and that man picked Christian Hammer instead. That's a fact. No matter, it doesn't matter what anybody says, that's a fact. He picked Christian Hammer over Deontay Wilder. And he could have fought Deontay Wilder, but he turned Deontay Wilder down and fought Christian Hammer instead. And he didn't have to fight Christian Hammer at all. At all. Did not have to fight the White Rhino at all. At all. This was not a mandatory. This was a voluntary fight for Tyson Fury. So he could have voluntarily picked Deontay Wilder. But his choice, he picked Christian Hammer. So let's just put the facts where they need to be at. So when this version, this better version, this well-rested version, this hungry version, because you got to be hungry to lose that much weight. You have to be. And no pun intended. You have to want it. There was nothing about Tyson Fury, nothing, that said he had to come back to boxing. Nothing. He's rich already. Does not need boxing. Doesn't. He could have stayed retired, blew up to 1 billion pounds, smoked as much dope as he wanted to, snorted as much coke as he wanted to, drunk as much liquor as he wanted to drink, and it was his life and he could have did that. He did not have to come back into boxing. Didn't. He came back into boxing because he wanted it. He came back in because he wanted to prove a point. So let's not discredit and let's give credit. Because if any other person on the face of the earth, any other millionaire, which Tyson Fury is, any other millionaire on the face of the earth, you know what I'm saying, that is set already. They're set for life. They're set. They don't need to do anything. They are putting their body into pain. They are putting themselves into a ring to fight again. Out of straight desire. Out of straight passion. Any other person in the world will be getting all the praise in the world. Will be getting all the accolades. They wouldn't be getting shitted on like, oh, well, he lost so much weight. And if Tyson Fury was fighting Anthony Joshua, they wouldn't be saying anything. The narrative would be totally different. Totally different. Totally different. None of these things that they're, oh, well, he lost weight too fast. He needs more tune-ups. They wouldn't even be mentioning tune-ups. They wouldn't even be caring. They would be talking about how this fight should be for the lineal belt. That's what they would be talking about. They wouldn't care about how much weight he lost. They wouldn't care about his mental conditions. They wouldn't care. Nobody brought up Vladimir Klitschko's mental conditions. We don't know if he even has one. Nobody brought up Vladimir Klitschko needing tune-ups. Nobody brought up Vladimir Klitschko and, being out of the ring too long. No one brought up any of that. None of it. They only bring it up now with Tyson Fury because of who Tyson Fury is fighting. If Tyson Fury would be fighting Dillian Whyte, if he was fighting Dillian Whyte, nobody would be bringing up his mental conditions. Nobody would be bringing up nothing. They will be calling this man, oh, the Lineal King is coming back. The Lineal King this. Oh, Dillian Whyte is going to be fighting for the Lineal Championship. Dillian Whyte is going to be fighting the Gypsy King. Man, this is such a great fight. This is such a tough fight. I can't believe how tough of a fight this is. Dillian Whyte is not scared of anybody. He's taking on the Gypsy King. He's taking on a 6'9" monster. He's taking on a 6'9" guy that beat Vladimir Klitschko. This is such a great fight for Dillian Whyte. This is such a great fight. This is such a tough fight. This is so hard. This is going to be so hard. Man, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm so intrigued. Dillian Whyte is such a savage guy. He's such a monster. He has such heart. This is proof that Dillian Whyte fights anybody. This is proof. But because it's Deontay Wilder, and they know the outcome, they know what's going to happen. They know Deontay Wilder to knock this dude out. They know that. They cannot praise Tyson Fury. They can't. They can't praise him. They can't praise Tyson Fury. If you go back, right? If you go back 2 years, the only thing that they were saying is they were talking about how, oh, look at Anthony Joshua. He's fighting all these undefeated fighters. They're undefeated. Dominic Breazeale, undefeated. Dillian Whyte, undefeated. He's fighting these undefeated guys. That's all he's fighting. Look how many undefeated fighters. Look how many undefeated fighters Anthony Joshua fought. That was the narrative they were using. The undefeated fighter. Well, now that Deontay Wilder has actually fought more undefeated fighters, and he's about to fight yet another one, then all of a sudden it's, oh, well, we're not even going to talk about that anymore because it doesn't fit our narrative. We can't push undefeated fighters anymore. We can't push that narrative because if we say, oh, well, the undefeated fighter means something, well, then we're giving Deontay Wilder credit, and we can't give him credit. We can't give Deontay Wilder credit. We have to hate on him for something. We have to. We have to find something to hate on him. So the LTNK can't use undefeated fighters anymore. They can't use that. They can't use that line. They can't say, oh, look how many undefeated fighters Anthony Joshua fought. They can't use that. Now they have to say, oh, well, they're just all bums on Wilder's resume. That's how they shifted. That's what they shifted to. That's what they shifted. And prior to, you got, if you remember, if anybody remembers, because I'll pull out the articles. I will pull it out. I'll pull the articles. Listen, they were saying, oh, well, all Deontay Wilder fights is bums. He won't fight Tyson Fury. He won't fight Tyson Fury. This is the same. He will duck Tyson Fury. He will duck Luis Ortiz. He will duck Vladimir Klitschko. That's what they were saying. They were saying he will not fight Tyson Fury. He won't do it. Tyson Fury called him out. Where are you at, Deontay Wilder? Tyson Fury was in your face. He called you a bum. He called you a bum to your face. To your face. Go look at the video. Go look at the video when Tyson Fury got in the ring with Deontay Wilder. Go look at that video when he called him out. Called him a bum. Even though Deontay Wilder had already called him out. They don't know the history of this, so they'll just act like that was the first time either of those fighters had ever mentioned each other. When Deontay Wilder is on record calling this man out. But they will go and say that was the first time because Tyson Fury got in the ring and took his jacket off, and called him a bum and said he only fights bums, because Tyson Fury had all the other belts at that time. So, at that time, go look at the comments. Go back and look at the comments of that video. They were saying Deontay Wilder will never fight Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder will duck Tyson Fury. He's been babied. He's been coddled. He won't fight any real competition. Tyson Fury will school him. Deontay Wilder is chinny. based on what? I mean, they just say that shit, but you know, Deontay Wilder is chinny. All he does is throw wild punches. He'll get schooled easily by Tyson Fury. He'll never fight Tyson Fury. That's what they were saying. Go look at the comments. You don't have to believe me. Go look at the comments. But now that he's fighting him, they changed the narrative to, oh, well, Tyson Fury's been out of the ring for 10 years. He's been out of the ring for 10 years. Mindless to say, right? Mindless to say, in the same breath, they will say, if Vitaly Klitschko comes back right now, he will knock Deontay Wilder out. In the same breath, they say this. In the same breath. Oh, Vitaly Klitschko is the real champion. Vitaly is the real champion. Deontay Wilder is a paper champion. He's the WBC paper champion. If Vitaly Klitschko came back right now, he knocks Deontay Wilder out. If Vitaly comes back right now. But then, this is all in the same paragraph. It's, oh, well, Tyson Fury, who beat Vladimir, schooled him on 50% as a 50% fighter from his own admission. He was a 50% fighter. Schooled Vladimir. Right? This Tyson Fury that schooled Vladimir needs more time and more tune-ups to be ready for Deontay Wilder. But a Vitaly Klitschko who hasn't fought in years, like 8-9 years, a Vitaly Klitschko who hasn't fought in that long, something like that, 5, 6, maybe 8, close to 8 years, hasn't fought in that long, that fighter could come back right now and beat Deontay Wilder. That is the narrative that they're pushing. Those are the words that they're saying. All in the same paragraph. Absolutely pathetic. Listen, Tyson Fury is a good fighter. He is a good fighter. Skilled beyond belief. But he's getting knocked out by another good fighter. So I did a prediction video where I got Tyson Fury getting knocked out in 6 rounds. So you guys got to understand why I say that. I don't just say this willy-nilly. This is I don't just pull this shit out of thin air. No, I don't. Listen, Tyson Fury is the number one skilled, a standard skilled boxer on the planet. Number one standard skilled boxer. Number one. The problem that he has is Deontay Wilder is the number one awkward skilled fighter on the planet. That's the problem that Tyson Fury has. Deontay Wilder has fought Luis Ortiz, who is, if not number one, if not 1B, if not, you know what I'm saying, is number 2 skilled fighter on the planet with more power than Luis Ortiz. Than Tyson Fury. He has more power. You know what I'm saying? So he's just as skilled, if not more skilled, with more power. And Deontay Wilder beat him, knocked him out. What fighter of Deontay Wilder's awkwardness has Tyson Fury fought? What fighter? What boxer has of Deontay Wilder's power and awkwardness? His power and awkwardness has Tyson Fury ever fought? What fighter of Deontay Wilder's power and awkwardness is boxing today? What fighter? He is a pioneer. He is doing his own thing. You cannot train for him. You can't, because he doesn't even know what he's about to do. He does what he does based on what you do. So how can you train for that? You can't train for that. You can't train for that. You can't train for somebody that trains, you know what I'm saying, that's awkward, that's so awkward. Their skills, and they're a skilled fighter, a really, really talented and skilled fighter. But they're totally based, their awkwardness is totally based, their awkwardness is totally based on what you do. what you do, what you're bringing to the table. You can't train for that. And then they can separate you from your senses with one punch. They don't need two. So in most boxing matches, right? In most boxing matches, what separates the unique, makes fighters special, what separates them all, is there's something that separates them, something, right? And in this case, for Deontay Wilder, it's power. It's power. You know what I'm saying? The man he knocked out a rhino. Like, he's got destructive one-punch power. Destructive. And on top of his destructive one-punch power, he has probably the most devastating jab in boxing. The most devastating straight right in boxing. Now, Tyson Fury may have a better jab. It may be quicker with with good snap to it. But Deontay Wilder's jab hurts you. This isn't a jab that is opens your eyes. This is a jab that hurts you and forces you to block. You know what I'm saying? With other jabs, you just take him. It's like, bang, I just took that jab. You know what I'm saying? Bang, I just took that jab. With his, you take that jab, your thoughts are now to not get jabbed by that again, because it hurts you. This isn't a jab that sets you up for something else, and now it does set you up, but that's not when you get hit with that jab. That's not what happens to you. When you get hit with that jab, you are hurt. You're not set up for nothing else. You're hurt from that jab. Now you are. That's why people get into the high guard, because they don't want to get hit by that jab. This is what we're overlooking. You overlook that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get hit, so you cover up. You go into your high guard, which causes Deontay to come behind it. Listen, man, you can't train for Deontay Wilder. You can't train for him. You know what I'm saying? Here's the equivalent of Deontay Wilder, right? The equivalent of Deontay Wilder, if you can look at anything, look at football, right? Look at football and look at when they put in the West Coast offense. For a while with the West Coast offense, you couldn't do anything with it. You couldn't do nothing with it. It was shootouts. It was straight blowing people out when that was put in. And then the defense, the Tampa 2, when they put that in, you know, you had to play people that did that. You know what I'm saying? You had to play people that did that, but while you played them, you lost. And until you played them again is when you could create plans for that. Right now, in boxing, Deontay Wilder is the West Coast offense. He's the Tampa 2 defense. You know what I'm saying? He is a pioneer right now. I think the person that will stand the best chance of beating Deontay Wilder is Luis Ortiz, because he's fought him already. I would think that is more of a 50-50 fight than any other fight, because Luis Ortiz has fought him already. And just like in football, you know, when you have the defensive coordinators that played the West Coast offense, they were able to plan for that. Now, they played it, they seen it, they can record it, they can see their mistakes, they can see what they do, and they can create a defense for it. Tyson Fury has never fought Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury is looking at what other fighters did when they fought Deontay Wilder. But Tyson Fury doesn't fight like those other fighters. So how can he use what those other fighters did? And then even if he did use what those other fighters did, they all got knocked out. So he can't use any of that. They all got knocked out. This is Tyson Fury fighting Deontay Wilder is Tyson Fury's first time going against a West Coast offense. Plain and simple, it is what it is. It's his first time. And it's going to take him luck to beat Deontay Wilder. It's going to take him luck to win against that, because he's never fought against anybody like that. Whereas Deontay Wilder has spent his career, including the Olympics, fighting people that are good boxers, great boxers. He's seen Tyson Fury's style. Now, he may have some awkwardness to him with that herky-jerky shit, but the basics, the foundation of what Tyson Fury is a boxer, a superior boxer, who Deontay Wilder has fought throughout his entire career. That's what you guys are not taking into account. BFTB, and I'm out.